Another area in Adobe Illustrator that will make the program actually more efficient if it's set up correctly and customize the workspace just a little bit more to make it more friendly for you is, of course, preferences. Most programs do have preferences, and they're designed to help you out. The one difference is how you access them on a Mac or a Windows system, which is probably one of the last things that's different between Mac and Windows. If you're using a Windows-based system, go to the word Edit on the pull-down menu and go down to Preferences. If you're using a Macintosh, like I am currently, go to Illustrator and go down to Preferences. Once you're there, they're the same. Let's start by looking at a few of these, but we're not going to do a lot here because we're going to be going over preferences as we need them for projects, which will kind of make more sense. But there's one or two here I want to show you. Go to General. That's also an Apple K or Control K shortcut. In General, notice keyboard increment. That's your nudge factor when you're using the arrow keys. Most people know that you can select an object and you can nudge it using the left, right, up, down arrow keys. Have you ever had a time where the nudge was too much? You can change it right here. You can make it a smaller nudge. And don't forget, use the Shift key with the arrow keys, you go 10 times faster. This one I like if I'm new to a program. If I don't know anything about it, it's going to show me nice little yellow boxes with names of tools and things. If I know the program, it's annoying, you can turn it off, up to you. This one, Scale, Stroke, and Effects. If you have an object on the screen with a stroke, maybe an effect applied to it, and you resize it, make it smaller or larger, this will resize the stroke and effects based on the new way it looks. If you turn that off, it doesn't do that. So for example, if you have a 5-pixel stroke on a line and you resize the line, it will still be 5 pixels. If you turn that on, it will scale it based on what you want. Let me just show you one more here. Let's go down into plugins and scratch disks. This is efficiency. Now this up here, don't worry about that. That's just if you have a lot of plugins and you don't want to put your plugins into another folder, you want your own plugin folder for your third-party vendors, you can choose that. This is what I'm interested in, scratch disks. This is going to help you and save you time. Primary and secondary. Do you have an additional hard drive or two attached to your computer? If you do, you'll see them in this list. So if I go, say, RAID 1 and secondary RAID 2, what am I doing? I'm saying, Illustrator, when you get in a bind, you can use those other hard drives to help you process the information. Now that's going to save you 20%. And that's not bad when you think about it. Now it doesn't work all the time, but only when you get in those chugging situations where things are really going bad for you. So remember plugins and scratch disks, assign scratch disks if you have them. Now of all this other stuff up here, we will be going through some of the stuff as we work on the program. I will show you one more thing though. It's called user interface. If you do this here, it says brightness. We can go and make the interface lighter or darker. Again, that's up to you. Don't do something because somebody else does it. Do it because you like doing it. You can also auto-collapse icon panels and open documents as tabs. So if you have multiple documents, they'll be tabbed up here. If you turn that off, basically they'll be separate documents the way it worked a couple of versions ago. Preferences are there to help you, but they're also there to make the program run more efficiently. Don't forget preferences in any program that you work in.